really the hot, topic anymore. Certainly not the...
Bronzino Allori, a genealogy of Frontier. And it's a Yale University Press book. It has to be part of her name, is actually an old way of... As an art historian, I would have to say it's severely flawed. As a reader of fiction, I think it's a tremendously entertaining view. Marked it. But I found evidence that Pontormo is looking very closely at, of course, nothing other. This is fascinating and works extremely well within the concept of the mystery of the book, but it does not work as well when we consider the history of art. It is, in fact, standard, as Leonardo has shown it here, to include St. John at this position near Christ because he was very close to Christ. Second, the leaning away to create this M. Actually, John is fainting backward with shock. This is the moment depicted here is when Christ says to all assembled, "One of you at this table will betray me." And his followers reel in shock. They talk among themselves. They ask, how could this be possible? Reference to Magdalene as being one of the original disciples. Then they put him on this side, and that is really a commonplace in... this is Leonardo da Vinci's very theatrical and very clear method of showing that Peter has reached to John to tap him on the shoulder, to ask him, as in the Bible, what does this mean? The second point about the knife is one which has been repeated in numerous Italian Renaissance paintings, including Giotto and Duccio, and it shows, it is a reference, an iconographical reference to a later moment. St. Peter will have a knife and use it when Christ subsequently is arrested by the Roman soldiers.
It's based on fact, the way a James Bond movie is based on fact. Yes, England exists. Yes, the British Secret Service exists. But beyond that, it's more or less pure fantasy. And that's more or less what the Da Vinci Code is. Yes, the Catholic Church exists. Yes, there's a legend of the Grail. Yes, Opus Dei exists. But the rest is more or less pure fantasy. Until they went to Avignon, and it wasn't until they got back from Avignon that they were at St. Peter. He refers also repeatedly to Silas, this albino assassin, as a monk, the Opus Dei monk. Now, a person who refers to an Opus Dei monk either doesn't know what monks are or doesn't know what Opus Dei is, and in this case I suspect Brown doesn't know what either of the things are because they're mutually contradictory. You can't be a monk and a member of Opus Dei. I should have clarified that, but the Pope didn't execute.
One other observation I'd like to make about Dan Brown's book is that it encourages close looking at the pictures, at the paintings of Leonardo and other artists as well. I find this a laudable trait in the book. In fact, I know many people who've come to me and said, well, is it really a woman? Is there really an M here in the Last Supper? Is the Mona Lisa really a man, etc.?